so I can find this one later. I don't even know if you can read that. I do double audio so I can, I don't know, if I end up liking a song that I'm improvising, I can find a better version of it. If. It's okay if I don't. My heart feels very taxed, broken, burdened today. It's a very dark feeling. Very dark. Something very, very wrong. Well, here we go. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so mysterious. I'm in my own world right now. I just wrote a song I wasn't expecting to write. I guess what I'll say is that sometimes my songs are about a trauma, like the last one was. A very ancient trauma in my life. Something that happened when I was so young that it formed my entire life and personality and being without me even realizing it. And by the time I realized it, I wanted to kill myself. Because I barely remembered it. But I couldn't stop it from flooding back in my memory, because that's how repressed memories work. Which is a horrifying feeling. It feels like you're not in control. But then just now, when I was about to start this song, I was thinking about my heart from a mini trauma, tiny traumas adding up as I have 3 albums worth of things all about. Why does that say Tiny Traumas 2? Tiny Traumas 2 is not this one. This is Tiny Traumas 1. I think I've changed the order many times. So many songs. There's so many songs. I've written so many songs, and I love so many songs. I love songs of others. Obviously, just listening to the first Joanna Newsom's album I ever listened to. Sprout and the Bean, Sadie, all of those. And thanks to my friend Joseph, who gave me that album, thought I would like it. Changed my whole musical life. It's wild. It's wild how a life works. How we pinball, how some things are moments positive and some things are moments negative and some things are neutral, and maybe none of those value judgments have any meaning anyway. But my heart is not moving, or it is. It's just, it's hurting on a particular topic where I feel a wedge and a divide and a hardship that I wish wasn't mine, that I just have to move through and own and be okay with and hope that it heals someday. And I'm not very good at things like that involve just a quiet patience. I mean, I'm very good at things that involve quiet patience, like not speaking my mind for 10 years with someone or but that's different. Like, usually in those cases, I've blocked out my own knowing, and I've convinced myself that I'm happy or okay with something that I'm not, and I've confused my own voice in order to be the quote-unquote nice person. And it's a way to avoid having to draw boundaries with people. It's a way to avoid having to feel mean, ever needing things that aren't nice to certain people or to all people.
Do you know
into so many people in the name of kindness, but is that the kind thing to do? try this when I write. I forgot. I mean, I knew it was recording, but I don't know what I look like or sound like or feel like. I guess I know what I sound like. I feel very judgmental of how I sound while I'm singing sometimes, especially if I'm using a song to heal. If I'm using a song to heal, like my voice has been really off, but I was told in a vision, in a dream, that, well, I guess I'll say it. That's a really weird thing to say, but that for me to use my voice is great, but I need to be in my mind, my imagination, and in my heart, and some other places, in the ground, in the sort of feeling of connectivity to God. Those are my sort of 4 places, and you know, we all have different strengths. Like some people need to live from the gut. I do not. And some people probably need to live from the voice, like think about their voice and sculpt and craft their voice in terms of like writing out speeches or whatever. And I do not. I need to let that flow. And same with other aspects of my being, you know, things I don't even talk about that other people talk about all the time, like sexuality or mortality types of things. Other than to just say my bones or body, you know. There's a lot of topics that I don't address. Anyway, but so as I was like in the song and staying in these places of, you know, ground, it's a groundedness, heart. It's like, I don't know. I don't totally know how to describe it. Let me stop this. I guess I'm just saying that it's not really like a song. Like, sometimes those improvs end up like a song I would relearn, but usually I can tell pretty early on in a song, but then that does add a pressure to a song. But you can kind of feel when a song is trying to be a song, like a song you would relearn to play, like Catapult was, like Weather Patterns in My Mind was. Like, I try to remember that if I find one of those to go back and name it and love on it. Like I just saw one in here. It was number 6 of the 365 days. I think it didn't even have a name. Oh no, it was called All I Want. And it's very sweet. I'll play it someday. But like what I was just doing, that, I wouldn't call that a song. Like I don't know what I was talking about. Maybe there's parts of it that could be crafted into a song, but I'm on to the next thing, you know? Like, this is not it. And maybe that's the point of this Songwriter Life YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm putting it in quotes. By now I might be using my little Songwriter Life logo at the starts of these video episodes. But like, I just commissioned an artist friend to make that logo just for fun. Like, I'm not trying to be a brand. I'm not trying to be a curated, crafted thing, because I know that I'm not capable of it. I'm not capable of slowing down the healing. I'm not capable of putting aside real life, real healing, real spiritual connectivity, real heart healing from trauma. I'm not capable of putting aside my real life to create a curated brand for you. I'm not. And capable is probably the wrong word, although it's also true. I'm not willing to put aside my real life, my real healing, my real feelings, and my real solutions aside for a presentational life, when also an option is to just hit record and leave this unedited for anyone who needs this as a lifeline out of trauma. Like, if this helps you with your trauma and your loneliness inside of trauma, to see somebody else managing their own trauma healing through real life, like if that helps you, then that's why I do it. It helps me. And that's also why I do it. This helps me. This grounds me, to be perfectly honest. I think that I used to not know how to ground myself inside of this much intensity. I know that there's some OCD qualities in it, ruminating and all of that, but I'm not trying to find certainty inside of any of these ruminations. I'm just talking because it fills the time and life is long. And I love my job. I don't want to work any more than I already do. I love all 30 of my students. I guess I would take more. If you want to be a student of mine, I will teach you piano. I will teach you ukulele. I'll teach you vocal stuff, trauma healing through your voice. I'll teach you a lot of stuff. But because I used to not sing out, and I used to have a 5-note range, and I have used different vocal exercises to break down the trauma that traps my voice into a ball. The body is a giant system. The mind, the heart, the gut feelings, the throat that wants to express. The mind that wants to connect to God, the universe, heavenly realms, things beyond you. The feet that want to be grounded and feel the earth and feel this moment, which can be confused with other moments if they all feel similar and you're doing similar things. It's easy to not feel this moment. You can feel the ground and still not feel this moment. And you can try to say the date and be like, okay, am I really present right now? And I think I need to get out of shame on that, because I'll bet I'm more present than most. I am really, here, let me really try to be present right now. Ready? I have things in front of me that are from 2017, 2020, learning a cover song by the band Mini Trees with my boyfriend. 2014, a song I wrote. Another song from 2014. I'm working on an album that's a bunch of songs from 2014. I see art, plants, a plant that's been growing since 2013. That was a tiny little bamboo. There, I took a video of it. Now I can throw it away or give it away. I don't know. I got that the day or the day after I moved out from my abusive ex-husband. Gross. Don't marry people and hope that they'll change. Because he was abusive before I married him, so that's not wise. People told me that, but I don't know. Couldn't listen. Too many reasons I couldn't listen. Honor your past. Let your past be truly what it was. But don't assume your past has to paint the colors of your future. It doesn't. This is 2021. And if I want to be a person who spends the rest of her life admitting she's a trauma trauma thriver, then I can choose that. It helps me, it grounds me to admit that. Helps me understand why I'm not like normal 42-year-olds. Yes, I am 42. Which is so weird. I don't feel like I'm even in my 30s. That's how weird it is to say it out loud and be like, oh, most of my friends are either in their 20s or just turned 30. My boyfriend, he's much younger than me. I connect with my nieces and nephews. They're in their teens or they're not even teens. It's like, I don't know. I don't believe age is just a number. I am 42. I can see it. It's weird. But 2021. I I also feel like a cloud and a cartoon character and a Care Bear and a lot of things. And I feel like every version of myself that's ever been. I also already feel like my hopeful, fingers crossed, 72-year-old self or 82-year-old self. I do. I already feel it. I already feel gray hair. Maybe dyed different colors. Wearing little half pigtails. I already feel it. I don't know what kind of songs I'll write then. Or what kind of performances I'll do. How I'll be. How I'll write. I don't know any of that. But I can already feel that version of me. So, if I'm lucky enough to get to live a long time, I feel like I'll play around with what expectations there are for age and aging, and what expectations there are for success and branding and existing. I don't have an interest in most of those things. I've always just wanted to be an artist ever since I learned what a creative artist was. And I'm talking like my influence was mostly playwrights and authors and some singer-songwriters. Because that's what my schooling was in, was playwrights, authors. I have a dramatic literature degree. Like, I was so moved by all of these like super weird artists. And then I had artists all around me when I went to an MFA program. Tons of people were super artsy like me and wrote weird, non-commercial stuff. And so then to get out in the world and see that all of us are supposed to not really have a place, and that all of our professors and everybody that kind of talked about capital A art and quality and things being real and having integrity, it's like all of that was pointless? No. It wasn't pointless. That was real. That is what resonates in hearts, but it's not marketable. And so my challenge to you, my argument for you, my feeling through my heart and my neck, I can feel it. It's like it's clear. Is just to be like, just let's start a movement. Me and 2 other people, or me and 1,000,000 people. I don't care. Why would it matter to me how many people listen to what I'm saying right now and decide to follow along? I don't even want you to follow me. I want you to follow you. But if those words resonate with you, then that's not you following me. That's you following you. So don't listen to me. Don't do anything I do unless it resonates with you. That's why Joanna Newsom resonates with me, and why she's a big hero of mine, is because Joanna Newsom makes me feel this girl. That's me at like 3 years old. Joanna Newsom makes me feel her. Joanna Newsom makes me feel, I don't have any pictures of my college self sitting around. Joanna Newsom makes me feel my college self, my dramatic literature loving self. Joanna Newsom makes me feel my AP English class in high school self. She makes me feel my middle school self that was like expressive but also theatrical. And playing in band, playing flute in band, or being in choir. She makes me feel my elementary school self, writing like the songs that I released and re-recorded on my childhood album back in 2018. She just makes me feel like all the different versions of myself. Which means it's not about her, it's about me. She ignited and awoke something in me, which is me following myself, not following her. That's why I've never really felt like I was following her, even though I clearly sound influenced by her. Like, same with Sufjan Stevens and talking about his Catholic faith. Like, I'm not following him by admitting the truth that my grandma was a nun and that I finally found my faith again. And I don't feel ashamed to tell you that I believe in the Holy Spirit and Jesus and God and all that. Like, I don't know why I said it kind of with a twang on Jesus. Jesus is the one I struggle with the most, just because, like, that's the piece that culturally I identify with the least, but story-wise I identify with the most. So this is long. I need to go. I hope you have a great day, and here's a little rainbow for you. Goodbye.